Hello, welcome to Entertainment Extra with yours truly, Joe Crawford. Episode number 4. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm almost going to be counting these up. I'm so excited. Now, I'm excited for you because you could win money. And the way to do that is to refer all your friends to RemicTV.com. We'll do a draw at the end of the month and you could possibly win $500. That's right. And at the end of the contest of the last month, whenever that will be, we'll give you $10,000. A lot of money, I know. And we can give it to you. Just invite your friends to RemicTV.com. On next week's show, I have Gilbert Godfrey, comedian, actor, author, on the show. I want you to go to my website, joecrawfordlive.com. Click on the email icon and submit your questions in for Gilbert Godfrey, and we'll try to get a chance to ask Gilbert next week those questions from you, the viewer, here on RemicTV.com. You know, you've been hearing the rumors that Donald Trump has been trying to run for president, but now it's probably almost official. Roseanne Barr may run for president on the Green Party ticket. She's an environmentalist, and that's why she lost weight. Back when Roseanne weighed 300 pounds, a study showed friction from her thighs were contributing to global warming. Roseanne Barr for president. I just can't stand her voice. Let alone, we got Donald Trump running for president, Roseanne Barr, who will probably run for president. Oh my goodness, I'm a little afraid of what may happen with the U.S. presidency when that happens. Last week, a Chinese billionaire paid $328,000 for a racing pigeon. And later on today's show, we will try to answer the question, which came first, the pigeon or the statue? And in a new study by Binghamton University, most singles are happy that way. A buddy of mine is single, and he says he's looking for a rich widow with a do not resuscitate bracelets. We're going to be talking about actually proper etiquette with Marie Dubuque on today's show, and she's going to give us the what not to do on a first date, some job interview tips, and some etiquette with today's technology, Facebook, Twitter. If you get ignored, what should you do? Should you take offense to that? Marie Dubuque has all those answers on today's show on Entertainment Extra with Joe Crawford. But right now, before we get to Marie, we have your fact of the day. And believe it or not, in the U.S., more Frisbees are sold than baseballs, basketballs, and footballs combined. Frisbees! Wow, that's a lot of Frisbees. Stick around because we have Marie Dubuque here on Entertainment Extra with Joe Crawford on RemicTV.com. Welcome back to Entertainment Extra with Joe Crawford here on RemicTV.com, and no stranger to me because she's been a guest on my radio show, and I figured, you know what, I have to get her on my new TV show, and I'm more than happy to have with us a expert of etiquette and a life coach, Marie Dubuque. How are you doing, Marie?
Hi, Joe. It's so great to see you again. Thank you for having me on your show. I was on radio, now I'm on your TV. You're just really moving up here.
Oh, trying to. Yeah, now, I'm again, thank you very much for coming on the show. And now, you're a certified life coach. Now, what does it mean to be a certified life coach? What does that mean?
Well, I was certified to really help people. I'm not a therapist. But what I do is I help people with social situations. What people call me a social interaction expert. So it's not, I don't really talk so much about like if you had marital problems or something, but I talk a lot about just the everyday social problems that we have with all the social media, and you go to a party and you don't know anybody, that sort of thing, because I think it's perplexing, this world we're in, don't you think?
I think so, yes. And you mentioned social media, and probably, say, from 10 years ago to now, it's probably changed a lot with the social media and etiquette, correct?
Oh my gosh, absolutely, because people on my YouTube channel, people come to me like practically in tears. They comment about they're so upset because somebody blocked them on Facebook. And it's so easy to do that. Like, it's like saying in real life, I don't want to be your friend. But if you do it on Facebook, it's easy. You just push a little button and then you're blocked or you're unfriended or whatever you call it. And people really take that just seriously.
They do, and I have to admit, I'm one to blame because I've blocked.
Have you done the blocking?
I've done the a little bit. I've done more blocking than have been blocked that I know of, anyways. But I don't take it to heart. I figure if you don't want to talk to me, the hell with you. I don't want to talk with you. But I've done it with some ex-girlfriends that I've blocked, and hopefully they're not watching the show here on Remix TV. And why do people take it so much to heart?
I know, okay, you're lucky because you've done the blocking, but it's the people that get blocked and unfriended. I've been unfollowed on Twitter, and I don't know who it was because I can't figure that out. I'm sort of new to it, but it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. And that's what it is. It hurts our feelings. And somebody blocks you, and you see them in real life. Okay, this is what I say. Just act like it didn't happen because they want a reaction. So don't give it to them. Don't act like you're all mad because I can guarantee you almost certainly they will probably friend you again 6 months from now, honestly. If you make up with your old girlfriends, you know?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Now, now, I don't know if you've heard we're talking about Facebook here with blocking and unblocking of people, but there was a story about almost a year ago, I think, or 6 months ago in the States, that someone got blocked and that person took it to the extreme and went over and like literally set their house on fire. I don't know if you heard that. It was in the States somewhere, I forget, but they took it to that extreme.
Wow.
Yeah, like...
No, I didn't know that. And that's why it's about your emotions, because in real life, you're going to think before you say, I don't want to have anything to do with you. You're going to think about that before you say it. But if you're online, all you have to do is press one button. So this is why I tell people, if you are so mad that you want to block somebody or you want to unfriend them or you want to type in something really mean, take a deep breath, walk away from your computer, walk out of the room, take 5 minutes, walk back in, and then see if you still want to do that. Because it's so immediate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, what about, like, say we're talking with technology here with Etiquette, about texting? Like I know, like for a girlfriend boyfriend situation, say for example, the girlfriend texts the boyfriend and she's demanding a quick response, but the boyfriend doesn't respond till like maybe say a half hour, couple hours later. What's the etiquette in that?
Oh my gosh, that is a huge problem because you know what the rule is? 24 hours. But people are upset if they don't get a response in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I know, it's like this instant gratification. I mean, you're on the air, Joe, and do you get people probably, why didn't you text me back?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, God, that's craziness. And I don't care if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend or a client. I mean, people have told me that they have dropped clients because they're so needy and in 5 seconds. So come on. It's about selfishness. It's the important thing, and who cares about your life or anybody else's life? You know, that's selfishness. You got to have that right now, instant gratification.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh! Even to go to the point of dropping the clients, like, yeah, and I guess the proper etiquette, like you said, is 24 hours, right?
Yeah, we forget that. That seems like an eternity, doesn't it?
It does, like, because everything's all so fast and immediate right now. We're speaking with Marie Dubuque, who is an etiquette expert and life coach, and she examines rudeness in the digital age. What was the rudeness before the digital age, Marie?
That's a great question. You know what? I think that we were not as rude. And people say, well, is it technology? It's not so much technology as it is multitasking with people's feelings. That's the way I think it. Because you can't, like, be talking to somebody and then texting somebody and emailing somebody all at the same time. I had one viewer comment. She's a young woman. She was having lunch with her mother, and her mother spent the whole time on the phone, on her cell phone.
Yeah.
And I thought that was heartbreaking. And you know, I said to her, you tell your mother, look, my time is as valuable as yours, and if you want to talk to me on the phone, great. But if you want to sit face to face with me, you got to get rid of that cell phone. And people don't realize you got to tell them. I know that sounds rude, doesn't it?
No, but still.
But you have to, because they don't realize what they're doing. You have to tell them.
And why do people end up saying, like, if they're at a party, say, or they're in a little small gathering, they're sitting next to the person and they're texting them with them right next to them?
I know, and then you see these families with the kids with the earphones and the parents texting, and yeah, they're out to dinner, but they're not really together.
Yeah.
I know, it's sad. It's sad. It's like, multitasking is one thing, but not with people. And that's what I'm trying to get in people's heads, because they don't realize what they're doing, and they're offending people, and they're hurting people's feelings.
Now, is it, and I probably agree with this too, and I wonder if you agree as well, like for saying of unfriending someone or being maybe rude with them on the technology aspect, is it probably a lot easier to be more forward saying via Facebook, via text message, than actually saying it face to face?
Well, I think always face-to-face is better. Always.
Right.
I mean,
but is it the coward way out there is what I'm getting at, or easier way?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. People break up with people by text.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard that?
Yeah.
Do you watch The Bachelor show? Somebody broke up with somebody by text.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what it is? And it's these young people that, like, employers tell me that they have trouble when they interview like a young person for a job. These kids, they can't, I'm talking kids like 18, 20 years old, 21, 22. They don't have eye contact. They don't know how to interact with anyone face to face because they're so used to texting and emailing and Facebook. Now that's sad.
That is very sad. Unbelievable. We're speaking with Marie Dubuque, and Marie, we're going to have a commercial break, and when we come back, I want to talk to you a little bit about maybe that I should know about the one big mistake that could ruin a first date, and maybe some job interview tips as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. We're going to have Marie Dubuque back on Entertainment Extra with Joe Crawford on RemicTV.com. Welcome back to Entertainment Extra with Joe Crawford, and joining us via Skype in our studio here is etiquette expert and life coach Marie Dubuque. Welcome back, Marie.
It is so much fun being on your show.
Awesome. We've been having so much fun talking about etiquette with the technology part of it. And before we go on, we went to commercial break. We talked about maybe the worst mistake you can make possible in a first date. Before we even get to that stuff, I want to talk about your website just for a minute. You have a website that people can go see?
Right, and it's youtube.com/manners by Marie.
Okay, and people can actually view your answers to questions that they ask, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I get so many comments, crazy ones.
And
I love them.
And talking about the crazy ones, you have about 6 books out, and the one that's the favorite, which I love, we talked about when we were just off air for a few seconds here. What's the name of that book?
It's called Witty Comebacks to Idiotic Insults. I know. Why is that my best-selling book? I have another one called First Date Etiquette. People buy that one. I don't know why Witty Comebacks to Idiotic Insults is so popular. I think because people are just rude, and you know how you're at a party or you're at a family get-together and that one aunt or whoever it is just knows how to push your buttons?
Yeah.
And she always says the same things, and you walk out of there like fuming, oh, I wish I could have said that, I should have said that. But you think about what you should have said 2 hours later.
Exactly. And my favorite saying is, the world is made up of neutrons and protons and electrons and a whole lot of morons.
I love that. Okay, that's my new saying. Can I borrow that?
You can borrow that anytime, no problem.
That is so great. Because, the questions are, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to get married? When are you going to get a better job? When are you going to lose weight? When are you going to gain weight? When are you going to... it's like whatever somebody thinks that you're sensitive about, they are going to push those buttons.
That's crazy. Now, I want to know, because I'm not the greatest at finding a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend now, and we'll see how long that lasts or whatever. And we all go through that awkward first date, and me being an entertainer, a comedian, I like to push buttons as well. And I want to know the biggest mistake that would ruin a first date, other than going out on a first date with Joe Crawford.
Okay, I can imagine what a first date with Joe Crawford would be. I'd like to be a bug on the wall. But anyway, okay, and I'm sure you don't do this, Joe. Okay, do not talk about yourself the entire time. I remember when I'm happily married for 17 years. When I was in my 20s, if I went out with a guy and he did not, I was like, okay, that's it. Or they start talking about previous relationships, the first date, that's just a deal breaker right there. So don't do that. Ask questions. You want to find out whether this person is right for you, and don't worry about impressing. People ask me so much, well, how am I going to impress this person? How am I going to make them like me? Okay, here's the thing. Turn the tables. You want to know if they're right for you, not the other way around.
Ah, okay, awesome. I want to share with you my my recent girlfriend here. That I shouldn't say my recent girlfriend, my only girlfriend that I have now.
Not watching. Okay.
Yeah, how we met, actually. It was kind of funny. And maybe we can talk a little bit about etiquette with online dating. And I met her on an online dating website. We added each other on Facebook. We talked for a bit, and then we just randomly, for whatever reason, stopped talking with each other and never talked with each other for a solid year. And I play Santa Claus, and I was at an event that she was there with her 2-year-old son, and I looked, I'm like, I think I know that girl. So after it was all done and over with, I went on Facebook and said, were you at this event? And she was like, yeah, why? Are you stalking me? I said, no, I was Santa Claus. And I said, not only did her kid caught my eye, but she caught Santa Claus's eye as well.
Oh, what a great story.
So yeah, so that was really cool. And now with online dating, what's some etiquette about online dating? Of course, probably the big one, don't lie.
Yes, and the picture, it's like not from 10 years ago, not doctored up, just, in fact, show your worst picture. You know, just a snapshot of you having fun doing something. Don't get the headshot. I mean, because I have a headshot, and they asked me if I wanted the spa treatment. I'm like, the what? And they gloss over your wrinkles, and it's all wonderful. But don't do that on any kind of dating site.
All right.
Yourself, because they're going to get to know the real you anyway.
Exactly.
I think it's so great that you met her that way, because I mean, here it seems like there's still a little bit of a stigma for some people about online dating. And I don't get that, because I know a lot of single girls and they refuse to do it. And I'm like, why? It is so great. I mean, would you refuse to send out resumes if you're looking for a job? Why not try to meet people every which way you can? So I think it's great.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, and see, for myself, I'm not a person that goes to the clubs and drink and dance clubs and all that stuff or whatever. I would end up finding probably the girl in the supermarket, like they say, in the olden days. And so, yeah, I tried the online dating thing, and it worked out. And now we're 2 months so far, knock on wood. I don't have any wood, but knock on wood, and see how that goes. Now, you brought up an interesting topic there, which I want to get into, and next here is about interviewing and job resumes. And we're going through a lot of that because a lot of people have lost their jobs and they're looking for a new job, and it's hard out there. What's the best way that you can have an employer that will attract them to hire you, and what are some good tips?
Oh, eye contact is everything. That's what employers tell me, especially like I was saying, with people who just have trouble with face-to-face communication. So definitely eye contact. And you know what a lot of people forget to do in interviews is they forget to ask about the company, because it's like dating. You want to know if they're a good fit for you, not whether, oh, I'm going to try to impress. I had somebody write in on my YouTube page that they went in for this job and they thought they were so unqualified, and next time they're going to take medication for the job interview. I'm like, what? I'm like, you don't need medication. Just don't go for a job interview where you're unqualified, because if you're underqualified, you're immediately going in feeling so unconfident, and that is going to show through. So you got to go in there knowing I am perfect for this job. I'm going to nail it. Now I want to see if they're right for me, if this is a good fit.
And this is some great advice that we've been having, and there's a lot more advice on your website again, Marie Dubuque, and people can ask you questions there. How can they get to your website again?
Oh, it's youtube.com/manners by Marie. I'm not quite where you are TV-wise, but...
Oh, well, you were a well-established television reporter and anchor for 8 years, so...
Yeah. This is totally different, though, and it's much more fun. And I love just the media, and you know, it allows people like you and me to get out there, you know, and just give our messages, which is important, because it's not about technology really making people rude. That's what people think. Oh, it's technology. It's technology. No, because if it weren't technology, you and I wouldn't be talking, and we wouldn't be having this great conversation. You meet people, and you can connect with more people. It's about, like I said, rudeness and selfishness. I got to have it now, and I'm more important than anybody else. And that's what the message is, honestly.
Well, Marie,
we got to be less rude. And maybe 10 years ago we weren't as rude. Maybe there weren't as many people in the world. I mean, that's a lot of it.
No, that's awesome, and that's some great advice, Marie. And people can also connect with you on Twitter too, correct?
Yes, and that's twitter.com/Marie Dubuque. And I'm new to it, so I need subscribers or whatever. Followers. See, I don't.
Yeah, that's probably the only place that you have proper efficacy that you can stalk people. It's on Twitter. You could follow them. It doesn't matter. And actually, don't
unfollow me, because I was like at 172, and now I'm at 161 followers. I'm like, what happened? What did I do?
Oh, no. Well, don't worry about that. I'm following you, too, and you can follow me on Joe Crawford Live, which you have. And you're doing pretty good, because you were able even to mention me, and I got the notifications. So I want to thank...
Better. See, even me in middle age, I can figure out the technology, so it's not hard. You just gotta, people have to realize that there's other people in the world besides them. You know, and I think people are aggravated and people are rude because partly the economy and partly I think there's just, like I said, there's a lot of people, roads are congested, people are waiting in line. I mean, people think nothing of like butting in line at a supermarket just to ask a question.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now that is rudeness to the core.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? And if you, I want to thank you very much. We do have to leave, but unfortunately, we can go on all day about this, and I do appreciate it. And you can go on all day on your YouTube channel there, and we'll have that website on our remictv.com website. Marie, anytime you and your husband are in Southern Ontario, you're more than welcome. I'll have a nice etiquette dinner with you guys.
And I hope that you're still with your girlfriend. And if you play your cards right, you might be, Joe. Just be polite. You will. You're great.
I will. Thanks a lot, Marie. You have a great day and take care.
Great talking to you. Bye-bye now.
All right, bye-bye. Stay tuned because we have your Entertainment Extra Word of the Day on remictv.com. I want to thank Marie Dubuque for coming up on our show here on Entertainment Extra with talking about all this etiquette. And please go to her website and you can check her out there on YouTube and maybe submit a question there. Tell her that you saw us on the show, and maybe she'll even answer your questions even quicker through her YouTube channel. And great guest to have on. I'm looking forward to having her on again in the future because we can talk about etiquette all day long. But right now, though, we have your Entertainment Extra Word of the Day, and that word of the day is caprice. Caprice. No, not Cabri's that you wear. Caprice. It's a noun, and it's a sudden, unpredictable change as of one's mind or the weather, or a tendency to change one's mind without apparent or adequate motive. So there you go. Don't be caprice when you think automatically you're going to block someone on Facebook with etiquette. For Entertainment Extra, I'm Joe Crawford. Thank you, and continue to watch all the shows here on remictv.com.